Hey everyone, it is late at night and I'm Norman. I cannot at this time purchase watches. I'm still kind of on the hunt for a job. However, that doesn't mean that I can't hunt for watches for you all. So tonight I'm going to share with you some of the coolest vintage watches I've found on eBay. And every one of these listings at the time of this recording, which should be about 2 days before the video is released, all the listings are active as of right now. So if any of these are interesting to you, you may be able to get your hands on it. So let us begin. The first watch that I found is a black dial Waltham. Now all of these are vintage watches, so I'm not sure how good of condition they're in. You would be taking the same chances that I do when I go hunting for vintage watches on eBay. And I'm also not 100% certain on how authentic they are. I haven't dug into these, but I figure if you are interested in some of these, you could do some digging before you go out there and purchase it. So this Waltham that I found has a completely minimal dial. It looks amazing. The only thing on the dial is branding. And I'm a huge fan of the Movado Museum, so I love this piece. The listing states it's from 1984. I don't see any information on the case size of this. It's a manual wind piece. It has a buy now price of $189, and at the time of this recording, bidding is at $49. This next one is interesting because I've had it in my watch list for a long time. It is a 1971 Seiko Chariot watch, very elegant looking with Roman numerals on the dial, as well as that linen or whatever texture that is that the Chariots like this have on their dial. This watch has a 33mm case. It's a manual wind watch, and the listing price for it is $150, which isn't bad at all. If I didn't have the Seiko Dolce, I would already own one of these. But once I got the Dolce, I don't know. I kind of already have something with a similar aesthetic to this that I absolutely love. But these watches are gorgeous. Next up, we have new old stock rare Romer watch. And I found this one just today. There's actually a few of the items on this list that I just added a few hours ago. There aren't very many pictures of this one, but it looks amazing. And it has crosshairs. Yes. So there's applied indices. It has a black dial. Crosshairs in the center. Very interesting lugs on this one. And it looks like it's in absolutely amazing condition. It has a 36mm case on it. It is listed as a manual wind watch. And the price is about $159. And the seller does accept offers. So this one is also a pretty good deal. It just looks gorgeous. I love the crosshairs on this. Now, after having a Louis Rossel watch in one of my trade challenges, I liked it so much that I put out a search on eBay for similar watches. And I found this really fun looking green dial. I've had it on my watch list for a while because I was considering purchasing it. It's just super fun, atomic era, retro future space goodness. The dial on it is crazy, just awesome looking. However, I think when I was considering purchasing this, I didn't realize it was a ladies' watch. So the case size is only 27mm. The selling price is about $200. So if you know a lady who likes sci-fi, or you like tiny sci-fi watches, here you go. Next up we have a Geneva vintage dress watch. Although it says that it's an automatic, but then it also says it has Japanese quartz movement, all in the title. And in the details, it says that it's an automatic. However, there's a note that says that the seller has just recently replaced the battery. Someone is a little bit confused or just used a template and didn't bother to actually check everything. That's probably the case. But it has a fluted bezel on it, a great looking dial. It's very fancy and dressy and kind of cool looking. And its list price is $107. So it's nice and affordable. Next up is a watch that I spoke about in a previous video, and that is the Feice Square watch. Very Bauhaus looking, very cool. This one has a date at the 3 o'clock and a sub-seconds dial on it, and a sapphire crystal. So yeah, this one's not vintage. One slipped in, that's fine. The case size on this is 34 millimeters, which is great for a square watch. And the price has been brought down to just under $150. Next, we have a vintage HMT Pilot watch. And this has the Type B dial on it, which is personally my favorite, where the minutes track is emphasized far more than the hour track. So cool. The colorway on this is interesting. It has a black dial and red hour markers, as well as the 0 on the outer track also being done in red. It has Dauphine hands. This is a hand-wound watch. The case size is 35 millimeters. Supposedly, this watch has been restored and serviced. The seller does have a decent rating, so But this watch is very affordable at $40. The next watch is a Timex Macguyver watch, and this piece looks super cool. It reminds me of the Timex camper watches. I love the colorway on this. The green and black looks so great, especially in the field watch aesthetic. It has a 35 millimeter case. It is a manual wind watch, and it's listed for about $125 or best offer. And I found a watch with a burgundy dial. I've actually been meaning to add a red dial watch to my collection for some time now, so I think this one showed up in that particular search. This is a brand that I'm not familiar with, the Aurore. This is another manual wind watch. It has a 34 millimeter case on it, sub-seconds dial, and it just looks so great. That red looks, yeah. And this one is super affordable at $59. The last watch that I have is a Seiko quartz piece with a brilliant dial. It's segmented and it's a day date watch. So at the 12 o'clock is the day, at the 6 o'clock is the date. And I usually don't care for two-tone watches, but I feel like this one was really well done. Even though it's two-tone, it's very classy and understated. Wild. It's small, it has a 33 millimeter case on it, and it's listed for $120 or best offer. I mean, that watch just looks so great. So there you have it, some amazing watches that I've found on eBay that you could still go for. Thanks for watching.